Good evening. Mr. Cheeseman is not able to be with us tonight. He is gone to celebrate his son Carter's graduation from Notre Dame. So he sends his best to you all tonight, and I will go ahead and begin. We come together tonight to celebrate academic accomplishments of 38 eighth graders. The middle school year is a time of curiosity, maturity, play, and discovery. And our hope is that by being at Webb, they have also learned character, integrity, and grit over their 3 years in the middle school. Fred Rogers, also known as Mr. Rogers, once said this: "In the external scheme of things, shining moments are as brief as the twinkling of an eye. Yet such twinklings are what eternity is made of. Moments when we human beings can say, 'I love you, I am proud of you, and I'm grateful for you.' That is what eternity is made of, the invisible, imperishable good stuff. And that is what we are doing here tonight. We are celebrating the imperishable good stuff. So to begin the ceremony, I will ask that our declamation finalists please join me on stage, and the winners will be announced later tonight. And while they are coming to the stage, I do ask that everyone please take an extra moment to ensure that your cell phones are on silent out of respect for them and all of their preparations. Our finalists tonight are Nola Martin and Henley Pritchard from 8th grade, Joanna Powers from 7th grade, and Caleb King and Zachary Ramsey from the 6th grade. Henley?
The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes is a novel by Susan Collins. This particular monologue reveals the inspiration of President Snow's actions in the Hunger Games. This story also shows that power comes with its price. The goal of the speech is to make everyone contemplate what type of person they want to be. A person who sacrifices others to build themselves up, or who fights for others when they cannot. Lucy's grave fate was a mystery. Was she alive? Dead? a ghost who haunted the wilderness. Perhaps no one would ever really know. No matter. Snow had been the ruination of them both. Poor Lucy Gray, poor ghost girl, singing away with her birds. She could fly around District 12 all she liked, but she and her mockingjays could never harm him again. Sometimes he'd remember a moment of sweetness and almost wish things had ended differently. But it would never have worked out between them. Even if he had stayed, they were simply too different. And he didn't like love, the way it had made him feel stupid and vulnerable. If he ever married, he'd choose someone incapable of swaying his heart. Olivia Cardwell would be perfect. He continued the games, of course, when he rode Panem. People would call him a trident, iron-fisted and cruel. But at least he would ensure survival for survival's sake, giving them a chance to evolve. What else could humanity hope for? Really, it should thank him. He passed Pluribus's nightclub and allowed himself a small smile. A person could get rat poison at any number of places, but he surreptitiously scooped up a pinch of it from the back alley last week and taken it home. It'd been tricky getting it into the morphine bottle, especially using gloves. But eventually, he squeezed what he judged to be a sufficient dose through the opening. He'd taken the precautions of making sure the bottle was wiped clean. There was nothing to make Dean Highbottom suspicious of it when he pulled it from the trash and slipped it into his pocket. Nothing when he unscrewed the dropper and dripped the morphine onto his tongue. Although he couldn't help hoping that as Dean drew his final breath, he realized, so many others had realized when they challenged him, what all of Panem would know one day, what was inevitable. Snow lands on top.
A remarkable novel, Dear Evan Hansen, written by Val Image, Stephen Levinson, Ben Pasek, and Justin Paul, is a story that touches the heart. The book takes place in the mindscape of both Evan Hansen and Connor Murphy. The story intakes heartbreak, realization, and growth. Evan struggles with mental problems that causes him to suffer doing everyday human actions. Connor Murphy takes his own life, and after that, a string of lies emerges from Evan because of the overwhelming stress to comfort Connor's grieving parents. Evan lies saying they're best friend and raises an entire apple orchard in his memory, even though they were never friends. Thank you, she says quietly, slipping the paper into her pocket. She looks down. It's been a hard year. I know. I want to commiserate, but I have no right to. I've been wanting to call you for a long time. I didn't really know what I would say, but then I decided to anyways. I'm happy you did. My pills correct the chemicals, but Zoe is the medicine for the soul. Her words mend my mangled world. I wish we could have met now, today, for the first time. Her eyes, bluer than the sky. Me too. Maybe this is the first time we are meeting. This is the truest me I can be. I'm just sorry I got here so late. I should probably go. The letdown, of course. It's just exams this week. No, totally. As Zoe turns to go, I still have so many questions. I choose one. Can I ask you, I say? Why did you want to meet here? She pauses out and gazes out over the land, absorbing it all. I wanted to be sure you saw this. I stare out. I really see it. The immensity, it's all there. The past, present, future. As Zoe drives off, I fight my emptiness with words. I finish my letter. Maybe, someday, some other kid is going to be standing here, staring out at the trees, wondering if the world might look different from all the way up there. Maybe he'll start climbing, one branch at a time, and he'll keep going, even when everything is telling him to let go. Maybe this time, he'll keep climbing. This time, he'll keep going. I pocket my phone and return to the view. To sit back and watch is no longer possible. It never was. I step onto the pristine grass. It feels like an invasion, but a voice inside me reminds me to loosen up. I don't pretend that I knew him before, but he's always with me now.
Throughout the history of the world, there have been brave people who have fought for freedom to exist. Words on Fire, written by Jennifer A. Nielsen, is an action book about a girl named Audra who lives in a small farmhouse in Lithuania. She talks about the Russians trying to erase the culture of Lithuania by banning their books. The idea of removing a nation's culture has existed throughout world history. This book will teach you to never give up and to always stand up for what's right. She reached to the center of the table where a tiny chest was placed. I always assumed the chest was a decoration and nothing more. But she opened it and withdrew a knife with a beautiful carved handle, handing it to me with a clear reverence. This belonged to my father, she said. 30 years ago, he joined an uprising of Lithuanians who attempted to overthrow the Russians and bring freedom to our land. This wasn't the first uprising, but it was the largest and most well-organized. They fought hard and they fought well. And for a short time, we had hope for their success. But in the end, what can our small country, most of us untrained peasants, do against the entire Russian Empire? We were crushed. I ran my finger along the handle of the knife. Then your father must have been arrested too, just like my parents, or sent to Siberia. Oh no, child. As awful as Siberia is, the fighters weren't even allowed that much mercy. A governor was sent in from Russia who was nicknamed the Hangman. And with such a name, what else could be the fate of nearly all those who were captured? But their deaths didn't satisfy the Tsar. He wanted a way to ensure that there would never be another uprising again. So, he banned our books, I asked. Worse, he banned the idea of Lithuania. We were all to become Russian, to speak like Russian, and especially to think like Russians. Lithuania was to be erased from the map. Milda grimaced a moment, then picked up the knife and turned it over in her hands. How do you destroy people? You take away their culture. And how is that done? You take their language, their history, their very identity. And how would you do that? I pressed my lips together and looked up at her. You ban their books.
Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone by J.K. Rowling is the first book in the Harry Potter series. The book tells about the many adventures that Harry has as a wizard. While attending Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry, he meets Ron and Hermione, who become his best friends. As Harry and Ron explore the school, they find a passageway leading to a room with a special object. In the following passage, Dumbledore explains this mystery of the school, the Mirror of Erised. So, said Dumbledore, slipping off the desk to sit on the floor with Harry, you, like hundreds before you, have discovered the delights of the Mirror of Erised. I didn't know it was called that, sir. But I expect you've by now realized what it does. It shows me my family, and it showed your friend Ron himself as head boy. How did you know? I don't need a cloak to become invisible, said Dumbledore gently. Now, can you think of what the Mirror of Erised shows us all? Harry shook his head. Let me explain. The happiest man on earth would be able to use the Mirror of Erised like a normal mirror. That is, he would look into it and see himself exactly as he is. Does that help? Harry thought. Then he said slowly, It shows us what we want? Whatever we want? Yes and no, said Dumbledore quietly. It shows us nothing more or less than the deepest, most desperate desire of our heart. You, who have never met your family, see them standing around you. Ronald Weasley, who has always been overshadowed by his brothers, sees himself standing alone, the best of all of them. However, this mirror will give us neither knowledge or truth. Men have wasted away before it, entranced by what they have seen, or been driven mad, not knowing if what it shows is real or even possible. The mirror will be moved to a new home tomorrow, Harry, and I ask that you not go looking for it again. If you ever do run across it, you will now be prepared. It does not do to dwell on dreams and forget to live. Remember that.
I Survived the Attack of the Grizzlies 1967 is a book written by Lauren Tarshish. The book is about a family camping in the Montana forest.
In the story, the family is attacked by a very large grizzly bear. During the attack, Mel is injured but able to escape. The victims tell the state rangers about the attack, but they do not believe them, so they decide to keep it a secret. In the following excerpt, Mel is running for her life. Just moments before, Mel was sitting in the peaceful darkness, surrounded by the magical wilderness of Glacier National Park. Owls hooted, nightbugs shimmered, but then there were new sounds. Sounds that made Mel's blood turn to ice. Massive paws crunching across the ground. Wet, wheezing breaths. Low, thundering growls. Mel looked into the distance, and there it was, the grizzly. Its silver-brown fur glittered in the moonlight. Mel's body filled with panic, and before she could stop herself, she was running as fast as she could. Within seconds, the bear was after her, its paws crashing against the ground. Mel's heart pounded with terror as she sprinted towards a pine tree. It was small and thin, but it was her only hope for staying alive. She prayed this grizzly didn't climb trees. The bear was just one leap away when Mel launched herself into the tree. She gripped a low branch, kicked her legs up, and swung them around. But before she could start climbing, the bear was standing on its hind legs. It swiped at Mel with a giant paw, and the claws tore through the flesh of her leg. Somehow she ignored the searing pain, the dripping blood. She clutched the branches with her trembling hands, pulling herself up, higher and higher, out of the bear's stabbing reach. But the grizzly didn't give up. It pounded the tree trunk, ripped away branches, and bellowed with fury. Then, crack, the branch in Mel's hands broke off. Down, down, down she fell. Mel braced herself for the crushing jaws and ripping claws. No grizzly has ever killed a human in Glacier National Park. Until tonight.
You all were phenomenal. Let's give them all a round of applause. You were amazing. I will let you return to your seats, and we will have the outcome later tonight. Congratulations to you all. We will now begin with the book awards, and when we call the advisor's name, if you will join us on stage, if you will open the curtain for us, please. We will begin with Miss Ariano.
Excellence in art to Elsie Smith. Also, the book award for excellence in geography and pre-algebra to Nicholas Decker. The Book of Excellence in Science to Grayson Harrell. The Book of Excellence in Science and Pre-Algebra to Henley Pritchard. The Book Award in Excellence for Niana Pippenbrin in English.
Thank you, Ms. Ariano.
excellence in Science 8, English 8, History 8, French 1B, and Algebra 1. It's an honor to present this to Rankin Baucom.
It's an honor to present these book awards for excellence in Spanish 1, pre-algebra, and art to Addison Lindsay. Present this book award for passport and Latin and 6th grade geography to Eleanor Luce. Present this book award for 6th grade music and 6th grade passport art to Webb Smith.
Thank you, Ms. Burr. Mr. Creel?
All right, it's an honor to present this book award with excellence in Spanish 1 to Miss Chloe Mears.
Thank you, Mr. Creel. Ms. Crowe?
Okay. For excellence in passport, science, and English, passport Latin, this is for Miles Schaefer. This is for excellence in pre-algebra. I present this to Janine Zhou. And for excellence in pre-algebra as well, I present this to Gillian O'Connor. And for excellence in music, this is for Benjamin Robinson. And this is for excellence in passport art, Zachary Ramsey.
Thank you, Ms. Crowe. Ms. Forsythe?
For excellence in 8th grade art, the book award goes to Stella Burns. in 6th grade passport, 6th grade geography, and 6th grade math. The book awards go to Lawson Simons.
For excellence in Spanish 1 and Algebra 1, Shizuku. For excellence in 6th grade passport and 6th grade focus, Dara Frazier. Also, Isaac Brown. For excellence in 6th grade math, Eli Simons. And for excellence in 6th grade passport, science, English, and math, Tula Sublette. For excellence in passport art, Jasmine Judge.
Thank you, Mrs. Martin. Mrs. Ladies first.
For excellence in 8th grade history, 8th grade art, and Spanish 1B, Sarai Talk. For excellence in Spanish 1A, Juan Daniel Ariana. For excellence in 7th grade art, Magnolia Hardy. And for excellence in 7th grade music, Gunnar Melson.
All right, for excellence in Algebra 1, ELL Grammar, and ELL Literature, Jerry Joe. For excellence in ELL History, Justin Ho. right. And for excellence in Spanish 1A, 7th grade U.S. History, 7th grade Pre-Algebra, and 7th grade English, Jada Frazier.
Thank you, Mr. Harden. Mr. Winkle?
For excellence in 8th grade history, Sam Bradley. And for excellence in 7th grade history, Sterling Smith.
Thank you, Mr. Mitchell.
For excellence in French 1B, Nova Northwest.
Thank you, Mrs. Rose. Ms. Lang will be presenting our Joint Advisory Awards tonight.
For excellence in 8th grade science, French 1 and Algebra 1, Ashley Bobo. In excellence in 7th grade art, Joanna Powers. In excellence in 7th grade music, Chloe McSwain.
Thank you, Ms. Lang. Ms. Wyndham?
For excellence in 8th grade English and French 1, the award goes to Dan Crowder. For excellence in Spanish 1A, 7th grade science, 7th grade history, 7th grade pre-algebra, and 7th grade English, the awards go to Anna Kate Gregory. For excellence in French 1A, strings 1, and 7th grade English, the award goes to Jackson Elfsey.
Thank you, Ms. Wyndham. We will now begin with the special awards, and for just a moment, I want to recognize those students who received academic awards over the course of the school year. Please stand if you're here tonight when I call your name. Most recently, for mental math, Hudson Webb.
For the geography bee, Jasmine Judge. For the spelling bee, Sarai Clark. And I now ask that members of the Student Council please stand. You all have served us well and made it lots of fun, so thank you. Would members of the Honor Council please stand? To the members of the Honor Council, thank you for upholding the integrity and the tradition of our school and what it was founded on. Thank you. Ms. Wyndham will now come back to stage to present the Rubik's Cube Awards.
I get a set of Rubik's Cubes for the sixth graders mainly and tell them that they can solve the cube. And really, every sixth grader in here should be congratulated because this is the first time that all the sixth graders I taught, every single one of them solved the Rubik's Cube. So give yourselves a big round of applause. There's always a few kids, though, who kind of go above and beyond. I mean, I had a couple of children come in this year already knowing how to solve the cube. And so I challenged them with some other cubes I've had, like triangular prisms and dodecagons. And, if they can't solve it, I just ask them to go to our resident expert, Mr. Oliver Green. But Thomas, Florida came in. I think he solved the Rubik's Cube too many times than I can count. They kept a tally on my back. But Thomas, Florida is one of our recipients tonight for the Rubik's Cube Award. If he's here. Another recipient is Ethan Reyes, if he's here. Ethan was he wasn't real sure about it, and then he really got into it, and he started solving everything I had in my room. And I just had to keep giving him things. And then the first sixth grader who didn't know how to solve the cube, who actually solved the cube, who then became everybody's helper, was Hudson Holland. Monday.
Well, congratulations to those gentlemen. Mr. McCray will now come forward to present
The Larry Nichols Geography Award.
The middle school geography, the middle school, get my glasses, if you'll forgive me. I've reached an age. There we go. The middle school Larry Nichols Geography Award is selected by the assistant head of school. This $100 award goes to the student who has demonstrated a love for geography and a standard of excellence in character and leadership in this middle school year. This award is given by Larry Nichols, a longtime employee of the Webb School. Mr. Nichols taught history and geography for many years, and I'm proud to take over his classes. And I'm very, very proud to present this to Ms. Jasmine Judge.
Thank you, Mr. McCray. Ms. Linda will now come forward to present the Grit Award.
The Grit Award is voted on by the middle school faculty and recognizes that student who has demonstrated consistent perseverance and persistence in academics to find success at Webb. And it is my pleasure and honor to award this bowl to Kaylee Logan. Congratulations, hard worker. It is also my honor to present the same award, the Grit Award, demonstrating consistent perseverance and persistence in academics, to Parker McCowan.
Thank you, Ms. Linda. Ms. Boynton will now come forward to present the Hinkle Awards.
The Aaron A. Hinkle Award is voted on by the middle school faculty and is presented to the 8th grader or graders who by achievement and example has done the most for the Webb School. This year, the middle school faculty selected a day student and a boarding student. Ashley Bobo. And I'm going to give the student the same thing. The Aaron A. Hinkle Award is voted on by the middle school faculty and is presented to the 8th grader who by achievement and example has done the most for the Webb School. This year, the middle school faculty selected a day student and a boarder, the boarding student, Sarai Clark.
Mrs. Cordell sent an award tonight to honor one middle school thespian, and I'm honored to present the award tonight to Nova Northcote. At this time, Ms. Forsythe will come forward to induct the new junior NHS members.
The National Junior Honor Society is based on the principles of everyday scholarship, service, leadership, character, and citizenship. According to Nara Lee, everyday scholarship is a commitment to learning and growing on an educational path. It means making the most of the educational opportunities provided and seeking out learning. Everyday service calls for a service mindset and the desire to seek opportunities to help others. It is seeing a need and fulfilling it voluntarily. Everyday leadership means carrying oneself with dignity and taking ownership and responsibility for one's own actions and participation. Everyday character is valuing diverse cultures and building relationships that reflect love of self, but also concern for others. Everyday citizenship is accepting one's place and role in the community and seeking to understand the concerns and strengths of the community. We will now honor members of the 7th and 8th grade class that were selected by a committee of their teachers as representatives of the principles of the National Junior Honor Society and the values of the Webb School. We welcome to the Sawney chapter of the Webb School, Danica Faith Crowley. And you will receive a cord and an award. And then would you please stay on stage towards the end and we will line everyone up, okay? We welcome Henley Reese Pritchard. Addison Martha Marie Lindsay. Christy John Thomas. Camden Lee Collins. Jackson Brady Elversey. Anna Kate Gregory. Emery Brooke Potts. Juan Daniel Ariano. Alicia Fanny Marie Smith. And Janine Zhou. Welcome to the National Junior Honor Society. And we will take a picture of the new members, and then we would like to welcome our current members who were inducted last year as well for a picture of everyone. Thank you. And then if you have your cord tonight and you're in the National Junior Honor Society, please join them on stage. And if you do not have a cord, we have some extras. Congratulations. Thank you.
Ms. Boynton, do we have the declamation winners?
This was very difficult.
I'm sure it was very difficult. They were all amazing. So our finalists and runners-up tonight are Nola Martin, Nola, you can come to the stage. You have a treat in the form of cash. And Caleb King. In third place, Joanna Powers. In second place, Henley Pritchard. And your 2023 Declamation Contest winner is Zachary Ramsey. You were all amazing, and as Nola reminded us today, you all have bragging rights. Congratulations. Let your families get a few more pictures. All right, thank you all. Now, you eighth graders, it's the moment you've been waiting for. Mr. Creel, if you will join me on stage. I've asked Mr. Creel to present the eighth graders tonight with their pins, and we ask that they wear these pins on their senior blazers in 4 years to signify the completion of the middle school at Webb. to thank Mr. Creel. You are such a vital part of the middle school, and Mr. Creel will be leaving us this year, and we are so grateful for everything you've done to build a music program. You have blended the arts with athletics. You have put forth a vision in the middle school, and you have a massive fan club. You are truly going to be missed. We all love and respect you very much. Thank you. Ready?
Mary Austin. Owen Ammett. Reagan Balcom. Ashley Bobo. Sam Bradley. Stella Burns. Rusherian in absentia. Oh, Rusherian Cannon in absentia. Then Ethan Clark. Oliver Clark. Sarai Clark. Danica Crowley. Aaron Fisher. Oliver Green. Leo Ho in absentia. Grayson Harrell. Iris Helm. Paisley Hodges. Henry Hewlin. Jackson Hunton. Sorry, I got out of order. Oops. Justin Howell. Jack Howell. Now I'm right. Trevor Isaac. Lila Lawson. Addison Lindsay. Nola Martin. Emma Norris. Nova Northcutt. Faith Pitts. Henley Pritchard. Austin Rogers. William Sissom. Lily Stanford. Christy Thomas. Harold Thomas in absentia. Thomas Wang. Hudson Webb. Shizuku Yanagita. Jerry Zhao.
I have some brief closing remarks I want you all to think about as you get ready to go into upper school. In the words of Aaron Sorkin, I want to leave you with this advice. Never forget that you are a citizen of this world. There are things you can do to lift the human spirit, things that are easy, things that are free, and things you can do every day. Civility, respect, kindness, and character. May you always uphold the values in the upper school that you learned beginning in your middle school days at Webb and all of the days of your lives. Congratulations, you all. Thank you all for coming. Enjoy your evening. We are concluded.